Hello Aquarius, how are you? Welcome to your April 2017 general reading. Doing a little bit this for the first time, a little bit different, separating love and general, doing more detail in both. I will prepare you. I've said this for the past couple signs, not all of them though, but kind of have been a little bit tough love readings this month. I think Mercury retrograde has a lot to do with that. Please don't, I'm not trying to be pessimistic or negative. I read the cards as I feel intuitively they need to be read. And I know I always get like a couple people a month that are like, you're so negative, you're projecting all this stuff out there, I'm unsubscribing and like all this stuff. But you know what? Life has ups, life has downs. It cannot always be roses and ponies every day or all the time. You know what I mean? So hopefully you understand that. And if you don't want to if you don't want the possibility that this may be a little bit challenging, you don't have to keep watching. So just letting you know, I'm just putting it out there. Okay, Aquarius, let's get started. 8 of Cups. Okay, well, I love this because we're just getting over a Venus retrograde, and Venus retrograde has been really tough on a lot of people, but it has been some extreme and much needed emotional cleansing. I'm so happy to see you walking away from things in search of something better. Obviously, something is not serving you. Obviously, something does not suit your needs. It is time for you to move on. So I'm happy that you are at least doing that, okay? 7 of Wands, totally not surprised. It is a Mercury retrograde. Things do tend to feel like they are working against you. It's not reality. It's just kind of temporary setbacks, okay? So you can, whatever it is that's preventing you from moving forward, all right? Whatever it is, whatever excuses you're telling yourself, or what other outside opinions, right? Whether it's from parents, families, coworkers, whatever. If you're looking for a new job, you're looking to find something that maybe suits you a little bit better or makes you feel a little bit more fulfilled. And people are like, no, don't do that because of this. What about your retirement? What about your securities accounts? What about your mortgage? What about blah, 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 blah? And they give you so much stuff to think about. You know, you kind of feel like you're in this fight alone, and that maybe you're feeling like there's not a lot of support in your decision to move forward. That can really prevent or hinder action to be taken. Oh, I'm so happy. 5 of Swords reversed for you, Aquarius. You know, the bad habits being broken, the bad cycles being broken, like you're done. You're done. It's over. Whatever it is, whatever that sucks in your life, it's over. And you might not really feel the effects of that, right? Like you might not see all the beautiful results of everything, okay? It might not be perfect the way you wanted yet. But the fact that you have at least mentally forced it to end is like the first step, and it really is the motivator to get you to this point of moving on, despite the fact that you feel like you're maybe doing it alone, or you are kind of facing this battle by yourself. This is powerful as a motivator in the past. Now, I don't know if this is you or someone else. It has a fire quality, okay? Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. They're running away from you. You're moving into the future. Something is separating. If this is a past version of yourself, it's the version of yourself that maybe didn't care so much, or the version of yourself that gave into temptation easily, the more hedonistic side. Or someone else with these qualities, more self-serving and a little bit flaky and flighty. You might be looking for something a little bit more concrete, a little bit more important, okay? If you have been changing careers a lot, you're in search of something that will last a long time. If you've been financially, like really spending and, being a little ostentatious and being a little bit over the top. You're moving away from that bad habits, bad patterns, the cyclical nature of these thoughts, and the pleasure that you're receiving from, or that you were receiving from those things, from that behavior, I think is ceasing, okay? And the Six of Coins reversed in your future. There may be something that you need to take care of, an expense of some kind. Now, this Mercury retrograde is taking place in Taurus, okay? And when we have Mercury retrogrades in earth signs, it applies so much to practical matters of life, especially when we're talking about Taurus. It is about finance. It is about the material realm of our lives, the things that we have, the things that we acquire, our finances, our career, all these things. And, sometimes, yes, we do have an expense. I know tax day is coming up. If you're in the US and you haven't paid your taxes, that's coming, okay? Just expect it, you need to pay it. If there's, something else, you just bought a house or you made some big important financial decision, there's going to be something that comes out. But don't worry, because the Six of Pentacles, even though it's in the reversal and you feel like there's a loss, okay, or you feel like there's, even if this may speak to like credit card debt as well, or things that you needlessly purchased, you're going to need to pay that or settle up in some way. And you may be moving away from that bad behavior, right? And maybe the things that is working against you is people are maybe not as supportive as you would have liked, right? Like you're really trying to break bad spending habits, or you're trying to take care of debt, or you're trying to, get back to even, or find your stable footing somewhere. Even if you are doing that, all right, it's feeling hard. And it's important to not look at the mountain as the whole. It's important to look at the first step, just one step at a time, or the first resting point, right? That's all you got to do, is just one thing at a time. And it will help ease the blow a little bit, because this can be kind of hard to face. But you got to face the music. You got to take care of this, and it's coming, and you can expect it, okay? I think there's an essence of wanting to just be more carefree and wanting to be like stress-free. Three of Cups is such a light, beautiful, celebratory card. You've obviously been going through something a little bit heavy. If this is someone else and they have left your life, well, you're trying to like rekindle that spark within you. Aquarius, you're so social, so fun, so lighthearted. Like, it's great for you to reconnect with friends. It's great for you to go out and be everything that makes you so beautiful, right? Just so long as it doesn't get in the way of taking care of this. Because you may be breaking this one pattern, but acquiring another pattern, or leaning in towards this. And this might be just kind of an overreaction to this. And you don't want to overreact and go from one bad habit to the other bad habit. You want to just make sure that you're at this equilibrium, okay? There's so much moving on, moving away from this Knight of Wands. But lessons were learned, right? It wasn't for nothing. This was an experience that you were meant to experience. It was a phase that you were meant to go through, okay? Because it teaches you responsibility, teaches you financial responsibility, teaches you how to be, I don't know, like an adult, how to be responsible or something like that. This is a very irresponsible personality, without a care really in the world. And if there's hurt, or if there's a little too much debt, okay, well, that's fine. I'm just gonna keep going, and maybe I won't pay, or whatever. It's not a healthy place to be. So if that does speak to you in terms of someone else, I think they kind of egged on that behavior, or they kind of were the ones that took the lead on that. And maybe you made mistakes, because of that, because of them, because you were having a good time, because it was fun, because you loved them, because they were whatever, a business partner and you thought they knew best, or you trusted this person and they kind of took the money and run kind of thing, or something like that, you know. Lessons learned won't happen again, and it won't. 5 of Swords reversed, it won't happen again. I know you won't let it. Okay, so it's time to take that lesson and just move on and take it for what it was. It was hard, you dealt with it, you learned from it, you fought through it, but you made it. You made it through it. Your environment is primed for new things, new ventures. Now be careful when doing things in a Mercury retrograde. While it can be a very creative time and it can be primed for the inception of new ideas, that's great, right? Please harness that. That's the productive side of what's going on. That's the positive side. You may be subject to the positive side of this, which is amazing. And I'm super happy for you. And please recognize that when opportunities come in. However, one step at a time, okay? If something new and exciting comes your way and it seems promising and the results seem likely, you're welcome to move forward, but be careful not to try to go from point A to Z all at once. One step at a time, all right? Because you are going to experience roadblocks. You are going to experience things that feel like it's not going through, and then you may throw away a good opportunity because things aren't feeling like they're coming through, okay? But don't stress. It's just what's going on right now, and it's not just you, it's everyone. Like I said, I've been doing tough love readings all, like, for every sign almost, except Leo, because they had like the best amazing reading. Which it's Leo, of course, but you know, you are just as subject to what's going on as everybody else. And, but I'm loving this as taking a chance and it being something good and bringing some form of fulfillment into your life. Tapping into, it was so much fire energy. It's either someone else or you, okay? But progression, growing up, going from a knight to a queen, making it to that next level, more mature, more intelligent, more smart. There's a hope of the Queen of Wands. There's a hope that this person or this version of you will come out or appear. Now, it is a hope, so I don't know per se if it will, all right? Queen of Wands is a business person, all right? She's progressive and innovative. She's intelligent. She's smart. She's good not only with the production side, but the marketing side, the financial side, and the distribution side, like whatever it is, she's good at everything. She understands how the pieces all fit, right? She understands the financial aspects. She knows how to read the balance sheets and the financial statements. So if you're in this place of starting something new, it's important to kick this Queen of Wands energy in gear. Get smart, smarten up, straighten up, and like hold yourself accountable for the success of whatever this is. The King of Swords. This is your card of the tarot court cards. The fixed signs are shown with kings, and the King of Air is you. Strong, sturdy, but aloof. Okay? You are in your element, like 100% in your element. All right, now this may be someone else. It may be a business partner. It may be someone that you wish to work with. You're a little bit tough to work with, all right? I think, and it's not that you're like a bad person or whatever. It's because you think differently, okay? And I'm getting like a very technical side of this King of Swords coming out. Like maybe right now this month you're thinking in a very technical way, but technical in a big picture. I don't know how to describe this. It's like the big picture, but not in like a cloudy way, but in a very mathematical way. No idea what that means. I'm just feeling inspired to say it. So anyway, this is fantastic to have because it's like your true self really coming out. What happened? Some deception, some lie. I think that you're maybe kind of experiencing this now. Some form of secrecy or sly behavior. I don't know how that speaks, but maybe it has a lot to do with this person. Like I said, maybe this person took your money and ran, or maybe this person like really screwed you over in some way, running in the same direction as you. I don't think that you were the one that did that, but I think that you were the one left with the repercussions in some way, left to pay that. Like, I'm almost kind of even thinking like someone's kid stole his mom's credit card and bought something online, and now the mom has to pay the credit card bill, right? That's kind of like the type of energy I'm kind of seeing or picking up. Doesn't have to be this huge betrayal, right? I mean, it could be something small, but there is an expense involved. The Knight of Swords as well. There's a hastiness or almost like even, I feel like a revengeful, like chasing this person. I don't know if it's worth chasing this. I don't know if it's worth like getting angry or upset about what happened in the past. I feel it's very backwards looking. There's a lot of directionality actually headed this way. If you are in any way like trying to revenge or get revenge or like plot or plan or something, like don't waste your energy. It's totally not worth it. Just do what you gotta do. Stick up, just cut this person out, cut this behavior out, stop doing this, whatever. And just move on, right? You're prime, you've got this here. I think in some way you think that you're moving on, but there is definitely something that is pulling you back toward the past. And that this may be a motivator for something that's coming out. Now, maybe this is the same person, and maybe this is a fear. Maybe this is someone that you don't want to be in your life, someone you want to cut them out, and you want them to, like, you almost I don't know if I should say that. I'm getting like you're almost wishing them harm, but not like hurt or pain, but like bad luck. You're kind of wishing them bad luck or bad something. I don't know. Let's see. 3 of Pentacles. Maybe this really was someone that you did something with, or someone that you worked with, right? Like, there's creativity here, there's projects, there's good things, there's money, there's new clients. All of this is a really, really great business career card, right? It talks about new cycles and new beginnings and blah 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 blah, all those beautiful things, and prosperity and planting seeds and all this, right? But why the deception? Why the lying? Why is this person affected you so deeply? 2 of Pentacles. Balancing choice, maintaining balance, keeping all the balls in the air. I'm sensing you taking on a lot of responsibility, Aquarius, for some reason. You taking on a lot of like tasks. I often see the 2 of Pentacles, though, as being 2 sides. Whether it's 2 sides of yourself or 2 people. I'm not sure. I'm gonna actually just put a pin in that one and come back with the next or the third layer. I feel like this is significant. This is your in the future position, the near future position. And it's connecting the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna just come back. And the Fool. Like I'm seeing actually an interesting dynamic between the past and between the future. Like towards the past, I'm seeing a lot of anger and resentment, I feel. And again, the word revenge is coming to my mind. And then I'm seeing the future and like growth. And this isn't the future, it's kind of what's crowning you, right? And it's thoughts of freedom and new opportunities and new beginnings and again all these beautiful things, but it's so opposite, right? But hopefully you've left this in the past. Hopefully this energy is behind you and you're not actively seeking to do something towards this person. I'm not saying you're all like malicious. I just am hoping that you're not, because of like karma, right? You're not feeling entirely yourself. The Empress in the reversal, she came out actually in one other sign. I don't even remember which one. But she kind of stumped me because I don't know. I kind of almost feel like she doesn't really have a place, but she still comes out. So obviously she's meant to come out. And I do feel like you might be going through something where you are this, but you see yourself as being weakened or taken advantage of in some way. And so maybe you are flipping to a very cool exterior of the King of Swords, but on the inside you're a little bit broken and you're a little bit hurt. But there's certainly a separation between these two like things, the personalities, I guess. And I feel like maybe you're trying to balance both. Like on one side, you're trying to be this stand-up person, dutiful side, and you're trying to like progress and move forward and like take leaps of faith and move into the future, whatever. But then there's this other part that's feeling really desperately wanting repercussions for things that happened in the past, for bad behavior, for poor treatment, right? Because I think something broke you inside, something really hurt you. You're putting up this cool exterior so no one knows, and I don't think a lot of people do know, because this can be very aloof and very confusing for a lot of people. But you are so, it's like the hard candy with the jelly in the center. It's like the jelly in the center is here, feeling sad, feeling hurt, feeling very emotional, but then it's steel on the outside, steel warrior. And there's a difference between compassion and aggression here. You're trying to balance these two and trying to find an equilibrium, because neither one is really ideal, right? It's nice to have a nice balance between the two personalities or the two mindsets, right? The Hierophant. If you are looking for a new position, okay, looking toward institutions, big organizations, non-profits, but with big budgets, okay? I'm seeing big budget type of things and new opportunities for things associated. So whether it's new clients associated with larger corporations, or a job at a big thing, or alignment alongside, or a partnership or sponsorship or something. I don't know why I'm seeing funding. Even though this isn't a coin, oftentimes the Ace of Wands in my mind is associated with finance as well, right? Like usually with new opportunities comes income opportunity. So likely a big budget behind it. However that speaks to you, I don't know. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like what's going on the external world or your environment here is happening completely independently from what's going on in the rest of the reading. There's like this draw, so much focus in this direction. Like even she's pointing this direction. It's like this direction, this direction, this direction, this direction. The future is fine. I think you're trying to move away. This is heading this way, but this is just kind of like stuck looking straight, right? So there's a lot of directionality toward whatever this is. Let's pull out your hopes and your fears. You're hoping for new. I mean, you're hoping to either hear news or receive something. You're hoping for things to really come together, projects to formulate, all this. I mean, it's so positive, so great. I love the wands. It's about, you know, action and passion and things that you truly care about and things that you feel strongly about and that you will fight, things that you're willing to fight for in some way. Such a positive attitude, but then there's a lot of tension down here. As long as that tension can be used as motivation for the positive, awesome. But if you're using the tension to look back, I don't know, try to fix or seek some sort of repercussions, maybe some of you are in like a lawsuit or something, I don't know, but if you're trying to seek repercussions, it's just kind of dividing the energy. I don't think that even if you're doing this, I don't think this stuff won't come. I think it will. I think that this is in the stars, it's in the cards for you to come despite whatever this is. So I wouldn't worry about like, well, if I do this, then this won't come. I mean, it will, but it's just going to divide the energy between what's good and positive and productive versus what's not worth your time. Okay? What am I doing? Oh, the final, yeah. And the Hermit in the reversal. You may be having a hard time seeing the end result, or you may have a hard time with the big picture of everything. This really might be a one day at a time type of deal, and it could have a lot to do with Mercury retrograde. The Seven of Swords in the center is a little challenging, okay? It is cards, and I'll say the words deceit, lying, cheating, behind someone's back, and it is on top of you, but I don't know if it's you. I don't think it's you doing that. I think it's the Knight of Wands that has done that to you. And the Ten of Cups. Oh, yay. Success and joy and victory and happiness and goodness and a lot of positive things that I believe you truly deserve. I really, really do. I don't try, again, to do these readings to wish anyone or project negativity or failure or anything like that. Sometimes things are just kind of crappy, and that's just is what it is. Ten of Cups, though, is, I think everything will straighten out. Whatever it is you're dealing with, and I don't think that this is like a huge emotional thing, right? It's just like a frustrating point of tension in your life that you just got to deal with, but it's going to be okay. And the Knight of Cups. Now, is this Knight the same one, or is it someone different? You may get an apology. You may get, like, maybe that's why you have the Ten of Cups, because there is something here. Or Knight of Cups could be I really feel like, I think it's because it's the opposite, the opposition, and I'm seeing like the two, fire and water. They're heading in opposite directions, and there's two. Like, this person is kind of wearing a double personality a little bit. I've got a little bit of a duality happening there. Difficult to work with, but still like super creative, right? I think you are following your heart as well. I think you do kind of have your heart on your sleeve because of this Empress in reverse, because of this weakness or whatever. You are vulnerable despite this King of Swords. Like, you do have a vulnerable soft spot for sure. And, you know, I think that your heart is going to win over the anger that you feel. I'm sensing compassion towards this person, not that you're going to like forgive and forget entirely, but that you're at least going to recognize that maybe there's not a lot you can do to change the past. Knight of Cups, you know, it can be a motivator, especially if that person is very selfish and self-interested and they really only care about what benefits or behooves them, or, you know, you becoming a little bit selfish against that, not in a bad way, but, well, if that person is going to be selfish, then I'm going to be selfish too, right? And I'm not going to give to them anymore. I already gave to them. You already gave, or you are going to give, or you are going to pay for whatever mistakes or whatever hurt they caused. And while you may be angry towards them, I think you're just going to kind of bite the bullet, and you're not going to bow out. You're not going to be weak. You will fight a little bit, but I think that you will find some common ground somewhere. And the Emperor, same person, okay? Super stubborn, super strong, super unwilling to move. Someone that's so hard to work with. They're always right, okay? If this is like someone that you work with or a business partner, my heart extends to you. I reach out to you. I feel compassion towards you. Really, really hard to work with that person. The Emperor needs to work alone, all right? That's the essence of the Emperor. They don't need a partner. They need to work alone, and they need to make their own mistakes on their own. They're the alpha dog, and they don't share. They're not about to share. That's kind of where the self-interested kind of stuff comes in. The sooner you recognize that, I think the sooner you'll be like, okay, then this is not for me. I am going to move on. I'm in seek. I'm leaving the 8. I'm seeking 10, and here it is. I will have it. While you may be angry and frustrated and really not like this person, there's still like a compassionate side. They are a human being. I just don't have to have them be a part of my life. Like, they can go do their own thing. I'm maybe not going to be aggressive or actively seek retribution anymore. Maybe you do a little bit, but I don't know. But you're just going to separate. That's it. Super simple, super basic, not a lot of stuff. I don't really see them specifically like trying to get back or trying to get things going again. You might get a little something, but not a lot from them. Goes well with the Empress and the reversal, you know, emotional repression. I don't think that you're willing to express truly the way you feel towards this person. And I honestly don't really recommend you do that. It will kind of amplify your already existing vulnerability, your already existing weakness. It's not a good idea to expose weakness to this person because they can take advantage of you. It's plain and simple. I think this is great. Like, tune into this King of Swords. Tune into that cold and icy exterior towards them, all right? Especially if this is someone that really wronged you and you've decided that you want to move away from them, all right? Like, it's not someone that you want to keep in your life. It's not someone you want to keep doing what you're doing with. You need to cut them out, okay? And I might get some flack for that, but I mean, in reality, if this person hurt you or deceived you or lied or cheated or did something bad to you, get them out of your life. It's toxic. They make you feel bad, right? And you need people that lift you up. I think it's important to have emotional restraint. Okay. freedom. So many elements of freedom here. Freedom and joy and goodness. If you are feeling like you're in an unsolvable problem, I see this like vision of freedom right at the top, crowning you, the ideal, how my life would be in an ideal world. No swords, no worries, no joys, or no cares, like totally carefree goodness. Like I see you really working toward attaining that and taking the necessary steps that you need to get that. So I mean, it's so positive. It just, you're dealing with someone tough, and that sucks. 9 of Swords. Yeah, this person really affected you. They really hit home. They really struck a nerve. Something really didn't go well, didn't go your way, whatever. 9 of Swords, though, it's funny because I do dailies on Instagram, and I said this in a couple signs where I've pulled similar cards out. I just did a reading just today, so I don't know if this is the same because it's today or what, but 9 of Swords came out, and it's kind of speaking to me in terms of your own immaturity regarding your own thoughts, meaning the difference between a wise man and a child is their ability to control their thoughts and to not let their thoughts get out of control, right? This is the card where our thoughts get out of control, and this sucks. It's so hard to control when we're in this state. And it's like we are consumed, it's like we are imprisoned, it's like we do it to ourselves, and it almost feels impossible to stop. Like, how can you stop thinking? You know what I mean? And, you know, even me, like this past month, I tried going to yoga. Like, I had kind of a hard month personally, and I tried going to yoga, but like at the end during that meditation, it's like all I can think about is all this stuff that I was dealing with, and you're supposed to turn your brain off. How do you do that? It's hard, and I understand, but it is a lesson I think that we are meant to learn somehow. It's a skill, it's a talent. King of Swords is usually very good at that, and I think Aquarian, you kind of have a natural knack for controlling the sword, okay? Because you are the king, you are the highest degree of that, which is admirable, right? But it can be overwhelming at times, and it can feel impossible sometimes as well. Blah, I'm talking so much. 10 of Cups, 10 of Coins, so beautiful. I love it. So much opportunity for you to have everything you want. Everything. Happiness and material success. Now, I'm not saying you're going to have success immediately, or you're going to have everything you want today, right? But I think that this Ace of Wands is the beginning of the 10 of Pentacles. It's the beginning of how to get there. And like I said, this Hierophant, this organization or whatever, I think is really, really beneficial for you. Hopes of just moving on. See, this is all heading in this direction. 3 Wands, 3 Fires, 3 actions. Perfect. You hope for a chance to move on, and here you go. Things are just going to come together for you. I don't see this as being a particularly traumatic month. I definitely had a lot of tough readings though. So not particularly traumatic, a little bit tough. You got someone annoying to deal with, but you know, you're just going to soldier on. It's all going to be okay. It's a great opportunity, a great time for reconsideration, a great time for looking at things differently, getting other people's opinions, seeing how things can be different, what you need to do to make them different, all these kinds of things. I think it's going to be empowering in some way to get this person removed or to get the situation taken care of. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was good. It was a good reading. I'm happy for that. This is probably like my second best reading. Leo was the best. Capricorn wasn't too bad either. So I'll leave you with that. I wish you nothing but the best. Really, truly, I really, really do. I hope that all is well for you. And that's it. I will see you next month. Thanks. Bye.